The whisper in the shadows asterisk. Marcus Chin had built his empire on instinct. At 42, his tech conglomerate had made him one of the youngest billionaires in Asia. But tonight, standing in the lobby of the Singapore Grand Hotel, every instinct screamed danger. Asterisk, the gala had ended 20 minutes ago. His security team waited by the limousine outside, but Marcus had lingered, checking his phone for messages from his daughter in London. The marble lobby was nearly empty, just a night clerk, a cleaning crew, and scattered guests heading to the elevators. That's when she appeared. The woman was unremarkable at first glance, mid-50s, gray hair pulled into a neat bun, wearing a hotel staff uniform. She pushed a cleaning cart past him, then paused, glancing nervously toward the entrance. Asterisk, Mr. Chen, she whispered urgently, not looking at him directly. You're in danger. Pretend I'm your mom. Asterisk, Marcus froze. His mind raced through possibilities: con artist, paparazzi, corporate spy. He'd heard every pitch, every scheme, but something in her voice carried genuine fear. Asterisk, I don't have time to explain. She continued, repositioning cleaning supplies on her cart with shaking hands. 3 men. They entered through the service entrance 5 minutes ago. They have your route home. Your security detail has been compromised. Asterisk, who are you? Marcus demanded quietly, his hand moving toward his phone. Asterisk, don't. Her voice was sharp. The moment you call your team, they'll know I warned you. Just laugh. Put your arm around me. Walk me to the elevator like I'm your elderly mother you've just recognized. Asterisk, Marcus hesitated. This could be an elaborate kidnapping attempt, but the woman's hands trembled as she gripped the cart handle, and her eyes darted toward the service corridor with unmistakable terror. He made his decision. Mom, he exclaimed, his voice carrying across the lobby. What are you doing working here? I told you to retire. He moved to her side, gently placing his arm around her shoulders. Asterisk, she sagged against him with visible relief. Play along, she whispered. Take me to the elevators. Your penthouse. Now, Asterisk. As they walked, Marcus noticed what she'd seen. A man in a maintenance uniform standing to still near the service corridor, speaking into his collar. Another by the side exit, watching the limousine outside. They wore uniforms, but their eyes tracked movement like predators. Asterisk, the elevator doors closed just as Marcus glimpsed a third man emerging from the service corridor, speaking rapidly into a phone. Asterisk, who are you? Marcus repeated as the elevator climbed. Asterisk, my name is Helen Tan. I really do work here housekeeping. 15 years. She was breathing hard, pressing herself into the corner. 2 weeks ago, a man approached me, offered me $50,000 to place a tracking device in your suite during turn-down service. I refused. Tonight, I overheard them. They're moving tonight. Your head of security, Thomas Lim, took $2 million to ensure your regular route home was clear. Asterisk, Marcus felt ice in his veins. Thomas had been with him for 6 years. Asterisk, why warn me? Asterisk, Helen met his eyes. My son died 3 years ago. Car accident. But it wasn't. It was a journalist investigating human trafficking networks. They made it look accidental. Tears streaked her face. When I heard them planning tonight, talking about making it look like a robbery gone wrong, couldn't let another mother lose her son. I couldn't stand by again. Okay. Asterisk, the elevator reached the penthouse. Marcus pulled her into his suite and immediately moved to the safe hidden behind a painting. Inside, his backup phone, cash, passport, and a handgun he'd hoped never to use. Asterisk, you need to contact someone you trust completely, Helen said. Not your regular security, not your company, someone outside. Asterisk, Marcus thought of Detective Sarah Wang, a childhood friend now with Singapore's Commercial Affairs Department. He dialed her personal number on the backup phone. Asterisk, Sarah, it's Marcus. I need immediate help. My security's been compromised. I'm at the Grand Penthouse Suite. Don't trust my regular detail. Desk, stay there. 20 minutes. Asterisk. Marcus moved to the window, staying back from the glass. The street below looked normal, but he noticed his limousine hadn't moved. Thomas stood beside it, speaking on his phone, repeatedly checking his watch. Asterisk, they'll come up, Helen said quietly. Once they realize you haven't come down, they'll come up. Asterisk, not easily. This door is reinforced. What Marcus was already thinking ahead. The penthouse had a service entrance, supposedly secure, but if they'd compromised Thomas, what else had they accessed? Asterisk, a knock on the main door. Mr. Chen. It's Thomas. We're concerned about the delay. Asterisk, Marcus didn't answer. Instead, he moved to his computer, pulling up the building's security feeds he'd insisted on having private access to. The screens showed Thomas at the door with 2 other security team members, both legitimate. But in the service corridor, 3 men in tactical gear moved toward the service entrance with practiced efficiency. Asterisk, we need to barricade that door, Marcus said. Pointing asterisk, they worked quickly, pushing furniture against the service entrance. Helen proved surprisingly strong, her fear transforming into determined action. My son would have run, she said, pushing a heavy cabinet. He would have investigated, exposed them. I ran. I stayed quiet. Not anymore. Asterisk. The main door handle turned. Thomas's voice came again, more urgent. Mr. Chen, we have a security situation. You need to come with us immediately. Asterisk. The service entrance door handle rattled. Then silence. Asterisk. They're regrouping, Marcus said. He checked his watch. 15 minutes since he'd called Sarah. Asterisk Killen moved to his side. I'm sorry I got you into this. I should have gone to the police myself, but I was terrified they'd kill me like they killed my son. I thought just warning you would be enough. Asterisk, you saved my life, Marcus said simply. Whatever happens next, you saved my life. Asterisk, an explosion of sound. The service entrance door splintered, despite the barricade. Tactical gear, weapons, faces covered. But the furniture slowed them enough. Asterisk, Marcus raised his handgun. Singapore police are en route. You have one chance to leave. Asterisk, the lead man laughed. Your police contact. Intercepted. No one's coming. Asterisk, but he was wrong. The sound of boots in the main corridor, shouting police commands. The tactical team at the service entrance froze. Then, scattered toward the windows, their escape route cut off. Asterisk, Sarah, Eng, burst through the main door with a full tactical response team. Down, everyone down. Asterisk, the next hours blurred. Arrests, statements, revelations. Thomas and 4 others in custody. The plot traced back to a corporate rival who decided acquisition through murder was cheaper than negotiation. Asterisk, as dawn broke over Singapore, Marcus sat with Helen in a police interview room, both wrapped in emergency blankets, despite the tropical heat. Asterisk, you asked why I warned you, Helen said. The truth is, I was warning myself too. Warning the person I had become after my son died silent, afraid, complicit through inaction. Tonight, I became the person he believed I was. Asterisk, Marcus reached across the table, taking her hand. You have a job with my company. Security consulting, teaching people to spot threats, trust their instincts. And Helen, your son would be incredibly proud. Asterisk, tears flowed freely down her face. Thank you, but I think I'll stick with housekeeping. Just maybe at a quieter hotel. Asterisk, they both laughed. This sounds strange and wonderful after the terror. Asterisk, outside the window. Singapore awakened to another ordinary day. Its millions of souls unaware how close they'd come to reading about another billionaire's tragic death. But in that small room, 2 people who'd been strangers hours before sat connected by something rare. The recognition that courage sometimes looks like an ordinary person doing one extraordinary thing. Asterisk. Marcus thought of his daughter in London and realized he'd call her not from his regular phone or his secure line, but from a number he'd gotten from Helena's son's old phone, kept charged all these years, waiting for a purpose. Asterisk. Some connections. He understood now transcend danger and fear. Built-in moments when ordinary people refuse to look away.